Welcome to another edition of Logiconomi TV, where we aim to bring you insights into the latest trends in logistics. Insights that will hopefully inspire the way you consider the next developments in your own operations. So what else do we have on the program for today, Hans?
Hi, Mark. There's so much happening right now, but to mention a few things, I think it's very interesting to see what's happening in the extremely fast-moving startup arena. New actors without any legacy and with huge amounts of risk capital behind them are changing many industries, and the logistics industry is no exception. We will have a deeper look into this in a future episode, but meanwhile, one specific example I like is a startup we are working with that use AI to improve order picking processes. And early findings in real customer applications have shown productivity gains more than 30%.
Wow, that looks really promising. We look forward to hearing more about that in future episodes. But now we have some insights from one of the world's industrial giants. I'm very pleased to welcome from the Bosch organization Andreas Flade, who is director of the customer team for off-road markets. Hello, Andreas, and welcome to Logiconomy.
Hello, Mark. Thanks for the invitation. It's good to be here.
Andreas, we have all heard from the Bosch organization. You are part of one of the biggest companies in the world, covering many areas of activity. How would you best describe your business today?
Today, the Bosch Group consists of 4 business sectors: mobility solutions, industrial technology, consumer goods, and energy and building technology. I'm based in the mobility solutions business sector, where we have a business unit for commercial vehicles and off-road machinery. Among others, the main activities or key areas in our mobility solutions unit are connectivity, digitalization, artificial intelligence, as well as alternative powertrain solutions, and all that with the Bosch motto, invented for life.
And if we look into more specific details, what topics do you deal with exactly?
As I said before, I'm based in the off-road section, and our current topics are surround sensing and driver assistance solutions, as well as automation and electrified powertrains.
As you know, Logiconomy viewers are very much focused in the area of logistics. Can you tell us more on what you're working on in this area?
There are a number of things that I can see having an impact on logistics in the very near future. One major topic, of course, in the industry is safety.
Yes, and this has always been an area of concern given the physical demands in the supply chain and the number of people involved in the process.
That's why we have been looking at ways of improving safety through the use of sensors for mobile working machinery. We have developed different sensing systems for off-highway applications in order to resolve the safety issues traditionally associated with them. First systems are already on the market, and we continue development.
Can you be specific and give us an example?
Sure, Mark. We just recently launched a surround view system for mobile machines. The initial application is forklift trucks. The system was derived from an automotive system, as you might know it or as you might have it in your private car. There, of course, were already some systems on the market, but we thought we can make them even better by using digital technology and by introducing some value-adding features like a maneuvering aid. We have tested that system with plenty of forklift operators in various use cases and obtained good feedback. And very specifically, maybe from one of our own Bosch plants, we've asked a very experienced forklift driver to test it, and he was very skeptical about it. And after 2 weeks, when we came back, he really loved it and said it helps him a lot.
That's actually really good to hear. Maybe you want to tell us more how you actually came up with this particular solution.
In the first step, we went out and asked the people in the logistics industry about their main pain points. And one result was collisions with obstacles, collisions with other vehicles, and even collisions with persons are a major concern. And in addition, the increasing age of forklift drivers demand solutions that reduce the stress for them. Our result is the mentioned camera-based surround sensing system that will be further enhanced by a collision warning function soon. And Furthermore, we will combine it with other sensors like ultrasonics and radar.
Very good to hear. Do you want to tell us more about other areas in logistics that you see are changing at the moment?
Well, looking back to safety again, the next natural step to improve it is to take the human beings completely out of the risk zone. So, of course, mobile robotics are now becoming very much in focus today for many companies.
Yes, of course, but automated vehicles have been around for a number of years. So where do you actually see the changes now?
Mark, I see the intelligence level on the machine as the big change or the big difference. AGVs have been quite basic machines until recently. So they simply follow a predefined path like a train. The type of mobile robotics that we are looking at right now are intelligent in their own right, and they are performing in a completely different way. To give you an example, all AGVs need to have safety systems, so they detect obstacles in their driveway. If an obstacle is detected, the AGV stops moving and calls for help or waits until the obstacle moves away. So it stays immobile until somebody comes to it and releases it again. Today's autonomous robots, we call them AMR, offer advanced sensors and software algorithms that enable them to recognize their surroundings. So the AMR can be used in environments with frequent changes without reteaching their path. Furthermore, it can use this knowledge to drive around obstacles in the driveway. And this makes them much more flexible in their use cases. And the installation process is very much simplified, which is very important.
And what other future areas are you looking at?
Of course, there are many areas. But like a lot of companies, we are closely investigating the best way to take advantage of hydrogen as an energy source. Here, Bosch is investing in fuel cell technology for stationary and mobile use cases.
Is there actually something that you can share with us on this point?
Yeah, sure. Bosch is doing a lot to help fuel cells as emission-free drive solution achieve a global breakthrough. As an example, we have joined forces with PowerCell in Sweden to put fuel cell stacks into mass production for automotive applications. To enable emission-free mobility, we see especially for long-haul transportation a need for fuel cell technology, as batteries might not give the required distance ranges. So in this area, you will see in the near future Bosch products on the market. This does not only cover the stack itself, but also further auxiliary components that are required, like, for instance, an electric air compressor or control units. Beside that, we also invest in fuel cell technology in stationary use cases for heat and electricity generation.
Thank you very much, Andreas. It's really interesting to hear about all the things that Bosch is working on.
Thank you, Mark. My pleasure.
Let's now turn to Hans. Hans, how do you interpret what we've just heard from Andreas from a logistics point of view?
Well, if we start with a safety issue for mobile equipment, this obviously has a close connection with forklift trucks. We know that they are working in a very dangerous environment and safety is a top priority. And there are many technologies that are developing very fast right now. Camera solutions and advanced sensors are good examples, and they can be used in a very good way to enhance safety and ergonomy in a forklift truck environment. I think this is a very good example of why it's so good for different industrial companies to work together. In this case, Bosch working with forklift manufacturers. It means that we can take the full advantages of technologies developed for other industries, in this case, the automotive industry.
How about mobile robotics? What do you see happening out there?
Yeah, there is a tremendous growth in e-commerce right now, and this is changing logistics in a way that we have never ever seen before. And I think two challenges sticks out here. Firstly, the focusing on handling single packages instead of pallet loads, and secondly, the handling of all the return flows coming back from consumers, which is a big challenge. All this drives the need for new material handling solutions, and mobile robotics will undoubtedly play a key role in this area.
Thank you very much, Hans. the last piece from Andreas was all about hydrogen fuel cells. Let's now bring in Tom Schellenborg because this moves us into sustainability. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Mark.
Tom, can you tell us what's your viewpoint on hydrogen?
I think it's core to any company's sustainability strategy. We see EU policy to have all companies reduce CO2 emissions by 55% by 2030. In order to achieve that, we will need to bring on board all available technologies, including hydrogen.
And what type of companies is this going to affect?
It's going to affect all companies across all industries, whether they are SMEs or major companies. Customers are driving these targets down their supply chains, and there are various initiatives in place to support that acceleration taking place.
Thank you, Tom. In the next program, it will be all about the COP26 climate conference, which takes place in November 2021. We will be reviewing the implication for the logistics industry. That's it for this Logiconomi TV program. We look forward to you tuning in for the next episode. See you soon!